Hello YouTube, this is GalacticMarine501 slash jexamwolfexia. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Gundam 007 Sword G. And first off, I'm going to take all the 7 swords off so I can sort of show them to you one by one. Okay, he's got his GN Katars, his GN Beam Saber, GN Sword Long, GN Sword, I guess, Bit variant? I don't know what that one's called, but he's got 2 GN Katars. The normal 2 GN Beam Sabers. The GN Katars, let's start with those. They're identical, so I'm only going to show you one. You pop the handle out back there, it can pop in for storage. And when you pop it out, like so, you can put it into his hand. Now I'm not going to put all of the 7 into his hand, so it would take a while. Even though I do have 4 hands, because I'm going to be assisted by my Gundam 00 Riser here. And here's the Katar. I could put both of them in his hands, but that would take too much time, and the effect is pretty similar. Now, all of the weapons store on him. And because he's got 7 instead of just 4... Wait, hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... I think he's got more than 7. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I count 8 swords. So 7 sword G is not an accurate term. So, yeah. Next will be... Oh, wait. Actually, the only structural difference when you strip him down to his 00 Gundam form is the kneecaps. He's got these special kneecap things, which are actually for the Katars. You can now attach the Katars to his knees, like so. And I'm actually going to attach both of them, which means that this review is going to get painstakingly harder as it goes on. No, I don't want to do that one yet, because that's going to be really hard to keep on. Okay, next, this one's not that difficult to keep on, but they need the extra piece. This is the GN Sword 2, I guess, Bit? I don't know. I'm going to call it the Bit variant because it does have this bit gimmick where this end piece can pop off like so. It's really short. It's much shorter than the original. Wish I had the original here, but I don't. So, yeah, it really is sort of the small cousin. But yeah, you can deploy this and have it go around, zoom around and attack people like one of Michael Trinity's Fangs, or the Akatsuki's Dragoons, or the Freedom's Dragoons, or the or the Legends Dragoons, or the Providence's Dragoons, or the Arch Gundams, Arch Gundams, Fangs? Yeah, let's go with Fangs. I think they're Fangs. I'm not sure. But, so yeah. This can also turn into a rifle the same way the GN Sword 2 does. Now we've got a bit rifle. Yeah, that changed so freaking much. And then you just flip that down. Oh yeah, now it's a bit rifle. Yay. Yeah, but pop this little cord for the bit out. Turn it back into its sword form, or dagger form. I'd say it's a dagger. I'm gonna call it the GN Dagger 2. Whatever. I don't know. But then that locks onto his hip the way it did before, onto the side skirt. And I know I didn't put that in his hand. I'm not going to put these 2 in the hand. Actually, I'm going to put the other GN Sword 2 variant in his hand. Now, this is what I wish the GN Sword 2s had been from the beginning. Number 1, it's a good deal longer, which gives it a really cool appearance. Number 2, to turn it into a gun. I'm not going to put the sword in his hand. You know what? You know what? Since I have mad love for this GN Sword, I will. There we go. There it is. Pretty nice. I could have done much better with the pose there, but I'm just trying to get this thing done. I also noticed that his wrist is kind of flippy-floppy. Doesn't want to stay up. Actually, you know, I'm going to put some super glue on that. I think it's the hand. That's actually much better. No, it isn't. Oh, hey, I know what I did. Guys, this is something that you gotta do. You gotta squeeze your little connectors together. What the heck? Okay, I'm definitely putting some super glue in this guy. In his hand, because it's not liking me. It really isn't. It just hates my guts for some reason. I don't know why. Ah, Jesus. There. Oh, now that's a lot tighter. It's like my old one. Yeah. So, anyway. Yep, sword just sits in there normally, like so. Then you can turn it into the gun, which I love this gun. I mean, I hated the original, but this just has that little extra flair. That it gives it a nice little... This was what the original one was, just, you know, turn the sword handle. It looked completely identical on both sides. This one at least has a handle there that you can grab, and it just makes it look that much, you know, more rifle-like. But I'm not actually going to put that in his hand, sorry, but don't have the time. But yeah, you can attach it to his waist. Stupid polycap ball joints don't want to stay straight. And I'm actually going to swap his arm out, I think, with my other 00 Gundams, because I only use one of the arms anyway when I display it, and that's for the... Because I'm pretty sure there's something wonky with his arm. That's the reason his hand is so loose. Because, no, they're both that loose. I think it's these polycaps, I really do, because this one's not that bad. Oh, yeah, it is. Huh. Well, that sucks. So anyway, with these on his belt, it gives him a little more bulk on one side. Next, we have the GN sword rifle. This is my other concept for what the GN sword could have been like. GN sword 2. I would have loved it if this were the GN sword 2. I mean, it's also got the handle, which you can get out by just popping it out. There. But that's not the point. I don't think it needs the handle this time. I really don't. You could just seat this into his hand, and it doesn't really matter that the hands are flippy-floppy for this, because it's actually going to be helped by the wrist. So as long as your elbows are good, you're pretty much good with this gun. And that is a pretty darn cool sword gun. And in gun form, and to turn it into sword form, you just flip the handle up. I mean, it's no complicated transformation but it works. I mean, it looks like both a gun and a sword, just like the GN Sword 1 and the GN Sword 3. The 2 just didn't work for me. The GN Sword 1, the GN Sword 3 really did go back to the GN Sword 1 design. There's the sword. It's got the green blade, which gives it a real sword appearance. Now, in order to attach it to him, you actually form a V, these. And that does not clamp onto the drive. Instead, there's a piece that does. And that evens out, and you're left with this. And you can actually pull this. No, you can't, because that's what's attaching it. Oh, God, that guitar keeps falling off. There we go. But anyway, there he is with that on him. Next, I'm going to put the guitar back on and go on to the final weapon. The final... Jeez. Okay, this is the Buster Sword. I'm going to attach it first, because I believe I have it in conversion. In attach, nope. But I can get it into attachment mode easily. No. Okay. What you do... Here, I'll start it out in attachment mode by popping those out. There. Now, this is the full GN... This is the full 7-sword version. Here's the full 00 riser. Now, they do have some similarities, mainly the Buster Sword looking a little like one of the binders, but other than that, I have to say the 7-sword is my favorite. Because whereas this one is so symmetrical, this one has that bit of flair. Just like the Quanta that I liked. It doesn't really, like, give you that whole thing. And you know why you can trust me? Because I'm freaking Batman. I'm not freaking Batman, but I'm Batman. Yeah. God. Okay, so I'm going to pull off all the weapons that have been falling off constantly and bugging the crud out of me. And go back to the GN Buster Sword. Now, this thing is possibly the reason you'd buy this kit. Not only is it a behemoth on his shoulder, but he can actually wield it while it's on his shoulder. There's a handle that comes down. Right here. I actually originally forgot to put that on. Now, all you do is you get the hand lined up, you get him to hold that, and then he can use it, like, to strike people while it's still on his shoulder. And he's basically using it to channel the GN drive, I guess, when it's like this. Oh, another thing, I used a new lining marker to do my GN drives. They're a lot more shiny, got a nice texture to them, and I did the lines. Whereas here, if I pop off one of the drives, I just use some green Sharpie. Just did it up a bit. You can tell these are a lot nicer. So, yeah. I have to say, I like the Buster Sword a lot better than the Riser's condensers. Now, to turn it into the Buster Sword, what you do is you spread these little things. And I cannot believe with these wrists that he's going to do anything except... Yep. I was right. I'm going to fix up these wrists with some... Gotta be kidding me. His hand can't even hold this thing. It's too dang big. There we go. Okay. Oh, look. Yeah, he's actually doing it. Kinda. Yeah, you're not going to get very many good poses with this thing because it's so darn heavy. I think the best thing to do is to have it on the condenser and use that to carry most of the weight. But if I were to take off his arm, like that, swap it with the... Wait. You know what? Screw it. Screw doing this the hard way. Here, I'm actually going to swap out his arms. Because I noticed that the stickers do not say 7-sword. I looked at them under a magnifying glass. I can't read the text. I can tell that it's identical, though. I think it may say, like, GN 008 Gundam... 00 Gundam or whatever. Or no, 008 is Cerevi. I don't know which number it is. Like the number than 00 Gundam. So yeah. This guy's hands are a lot better. And because I want to use the GN Busters. I want to use the Buster Sword when I pose this guy. So I need to have the stronger of the hands. Let's see if the strong hands can do it. And if not, then I'll have to bring in the kit that I have with the strongest hands, which would have to be the Cerevi. There we go. Yeah, he can actually do it, and his hand doesn't turn over. His elbow joint is starting to go to the wind. I don't know how long that would hold, but if I pop this in all the way,